Alright, hey, what's up, guys? This is my third episode to the storytelling of old school RuneScape. And in this episode, as I mentioned in episode 2, that I'm going to be talking about Castle Wars. And sorry, there's no clever, catchy title for this one because the soundtrack for Castle Wars is called Castle Wars, so can't get a little catchy there. So but I do have a lot of good memories from Castle Wars, and I just can't remember all of them, but I remember a few of them. Like one time I was in the waiting room, and when my buddy at the time, we were best friends, and we're in the waiting room, and I'm just watching the fight go on in the dungeon, because in the waiting room you can see the dungeon area of the Castle Wars minigame going on, and you could sort of see what people were hitting if there are people in that section. And one time this guy was dropping the rock piles on top of people, and I saw like 87s, 70s, and 99s, and I'm like, oh my god, Zezma's in this game, bah. Because we're noobs at the time, and Zezma at the time was rank 1 on the high scores, so he was considered like a god, I guess, for RuneScape, and so we assumed that he was the one that was banging out those 99s and freaking 80s and all that stuff. So that was kind of funny. And I also remember one game, I just went into beast mode. I was a noob, but somehow I captured a lot of flags, and it was pretty cool, having like people chasing after you. And then at the time you had to worry about the ice bursters and all that. You really never got that many ice barrages because 94 plus mage was kind of rare. And that brings me to another memory, how when I started training, when I got ice barrage, when I got ice burst, I was, the runes were expensive, and I was very poor at the time. And I don't know what woodcutting level I had, but I knew I could woodcut magic logs. So what I'd do is sit around, I did this for like a week straight. And I sat around at the mage trees for like 2 hours to get 100 magic logs. I'd sell them to some Fletcher in Sears Village, and then I'd go to the magic shops. Maybe the Magic Guild, that's probably where I went, but one of those magic shops. Bought runes for Ice Burst, which were about maybe, I only had 50 casts with that money. Go play a Castle Wars game and Ice Burst. And then once I ran out of runes, which was about one game, go back and woodcut magic trees for 2 hours. And then repeat the process over and over and over again, and man, that was so much fun. Also, I remember doing the Underground Pass quest, and took me like, I don't know, 5 hours to do. That was a really fun quest at the time. I used RuneHQ, but even with the help, it was, for the first time, it was very complicated, I guess, and it was a really fun adventure, and something I rarely get on regular RuneScape now. So I hope RS 2006 can reclaim that for me, is the adventure aspect of it. But anyways, I finally completed the quest, and I got the Ivan spell and the Ivan blast spell. At my combat level, it was really hard to hit 20s and whatnot. And with the spell, I went to Castle Wars and I hit like a 22, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best spell ever, and I used that for a while, and that spell was pretty sick. I mean, it hit like 20s and 15s, in between 20 and 15 almost constantly, and I mean, I was like a beast at Castle Wars at the time with that thing. I mean, who needs Ice Burst when you got freaking Ivan Blast that hits constant 18s and stuff? I mean, it was epic, man. And of course I gained a few magic levels, but I gained magic having fun. And that's what RuneScape at the time was all about. It was about leveling up and having fun. The thing about RuneScape now is that people level up because they want to be able to do something, or they want that 99, they want that skill cape and whatnot, they want that combat level, and it's a job now to people, and the community is just like, it's terrible. I mean, it's all about me and not about it's not about the community anymore, and I blame that on the Grand Exchange. I mean, pretty sure you guys have heard that from me a couple times in the videos, and I strongly oppose the Grand Exchange. I hate it. It ruins so much in regular RuneScape. But it really messed up the mentality of MMORPG and adventure. And so that's my story for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on forums or my next video, whether it be another storytelling series or some other video. Who knows? But until next time, peace.